Hey guys, Kevin, Muddy River Tactical. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to do kind of a different video than you've seen. You always see guys doing like the top 5 pistols in certain categories, top 5 concealed carry pistols. We're going to do that, but we're going to base this off of not my opinion, not Kyle's opinion, not anybody at our shop's opinion. We're going to go off straight statistics off of our website. We're a holster company, as many of you guys know. We sell holsters for every one of these pistols. There's not hardly a pistol that we do not sell a holster for. So in the concealed carry size-wise, we're going to stick to, the popular stuff, not the big TTI combats, what people are really concealed carrying. So we can pull up the stats on our shipping software and see what really sells. So today we're going to do a top 5 concealed carry pistol edition of what people are buying and what they're buying holsters for. This way it eliminates our opinion. I will give you my opinion on these pistols, but it tells you as a gun community as a whole what people are buying and what people are choosing to carry. So with that said, we'll start with, and this is no particular order at all. We got 5 guns out here. It's not order 1 to 5, it's just the top 5. I can't tell you which one is actually number 1, to be honest with you, because we just pulled up the statistics. But we'll start with a Canik MC9. This gun came out and has been super popular ever since it came out. We were one of the first people to have holsters for this gun, and we've been selling holsters like crazy since the day it came out, and it still continues today, and almost even more so now that we offer light combinations for it. It's just opened up kind of the realm of people buying holsters for it again. So to go over this gun just briefly, and I'll link videos that we've done on these other videos above here as we go for the full spec. So I'll just give you a quick overview here. It's just a short, I think it's 3.1 inch barrel. It's got a 15 round magazine in it, and then you can get a 12 round too. This with the 15 round magazine gives you a full grip on the gun. Most people that are carrying it put the 12 round in it. It comes optic ready. So this one has a 407K on it. The cool thing about that is it's notched, so you can still co-witness your stock sights with that optic on it. Overall, I've had nothing but great luck with this pistol. We've shot well over 3,000 rounds through this one particularly. I've had 0 issues. There are some that when they came out, people had issues, just kind of hit or miss, but I personally haven't had anything go wrong at all. I would say the main part of this gun that I like the most is just like all Caniks, it's got an amazing trigger. If you watch here, you can see it's got very little take up and then just a good break to it, and then the reset. The trigger is just very good, and then also it's got the ambi slide bar release, which I really like. So overall, this is a great pick, and I can definitely see why it's in the top 5. The second one we'll go to, and this has been another gun that's just been overwhelmingly popular, and is partially because we were the first to have holsters for this too, but it's a Sig 365 X Macro, the AXG Legion version. So it's got the metal frame on it. It's a little bit wider through the rail than what the X Macro is, so it takes different holsters, but this just has a awesome feel to it. The ergonomics are very good, and it's the Legion model, so it's Sig's top of the line version for this 365. They make Legions in the 320 series and everything else, but for this one, it's the top of the line. Comes with the optic ready. We never put an optic on this gun. I personally never shot this gun a ton just because me personally, I wasn't in love with it, which is the great thing about this video. It takes my opinion out of it and still shows you this gun in the top 5 because that's what everybody else feels about the gun. But it's optic ready. It's got the good Sig sights on it. The one thing from my personal opinion, I didn't care for it as much. Not that it doesn't shoot great, but for a concealed carry pistol, the added weight of the metal frame and then loaded, it just gets to be a heavier gun. And in my opinion, I would rather have the X Macro and take some of that weight away, and the X Macro shot just as good to me. But overall, this is a great gun as well, and I can see why people shoot it. The one thing I will say is trigger wise, you either love Sig's triggers or you don't. I thought on this Legion, when they did it, if you watch this break, see how it's kind of mushy before it breaks? It's just kind of how Sig triggers are. You'll see that mush right there before it ever breaks. That's what I really don't like about it. And I figured on the X Macro you can get over it. And I'm not saying this gun doesn't shoot good and the trigger's not capable, but I figured once they went up to the Legion form of this pistol that they would kind of upgrade that, but they chose not to, which to each their own. Still a great pistol. People are loving it. It's definitely in the top 5. So we'll go to the next one here, and we'll just start on the right over here, and that's the FN Reflex. So this gun also, we were one of the first ones that came out. We got a couple from FN when they came out for the testing purposes to make holsters for them. We've made an overwhelming amount of holsters for this gun. It's just non-stop, and we're doing light bearing holsters for them as well, which have added to it. This pistol I was really a fan of, and I still am a fan of the size of it. It's got great sights on it. If you look at those sights, that orange front dot on it, and then you can put an optic on it as well. It's just got really, really good sights. The one thing that I wasn't a fan of, in my opinion, was the grip here a little bit. It felt a little too aggressive on the corners, but you can quickly get over it. I've had nothing but great luck out of this pistol. It's definitely a pistol I'd personally conceal and carry, so that's why it's on the list. Everybody else is doing the same thing with it. It's just in a good size range. If you look at it compared to like the Legion we just talked about, it's a significantly smaller pistol, and for people that have issues concealing or want something to be more concealed, it's definitely a great option, because it's maybe not quite as small as a regular 365, but it's right in that same range. So these, you can get 11+1 mag in it, which is what we have here, or I think it's a 13+1 mag. Don't quote me on it. I'll put the video that we did on this above and you can check it out. But we sell an absolute tremendous amount of holsters for this pistol. This is one, the next one's one that doesn't surprise me at all from the list. It's a Glock 43 MOS. Glocks have always sold. They're not the most visually pleasing. They don't feel the best, but they always work, and it's always, you can depend on them. So this gun has been super popular since it came out. The regular 43s were, but once they put the front rail on these MOSs, they really took off, because all of those that follow, you know, kind of concealed carry stuff know light bearing holsters are getting more and more popular. So this allows you to put the lights on it, which we have all the light bearing holsters for it, and just gives you a good overall feel to it. It's optic ready. You can co-witness with the stock sights, just like we talked about on the Canik, with the certain optics like this Holosun. There's, I'll say, a downside and a plus side. So if you come from a state where you got a 10 round mag capacity, the Glock 43 MOS fits that perfectly. You have a bigger grip that allows more than that, but it comes with the two 10 round magazines. So people that are in those states love it. People that are in states that are more lenient, let you carry more rounds in your mag, necessarily don't like it, because they'd rather have a 15 round mag. The one downside to it is if you're going to carry this gun and go to a 15 round mag, I haven't found very many of them to be dependable across the board. We had some shield mags that I've shot, and I personally had zero problems with them at all. And the video will be right above here. You can see that's how I carry it, and I've never had problems. But the amount of people that have had problems with it still make me worry a little bit. So that's kind of the downside on these. If you're going to switch to a 15 round mag, definitely test the mags and go from there. But Glock's always going to be, no matter what category, is always going to be towards the top. It's just what people know. People new to guns that don't know much about guns at all, and maybe never heard of Canik or never heard of FN or whatever, everybody's heard of Glock, so they just keep the track record going, and they will keep selling pistols. The last one on the list is, and I will mention, is the only 380 out of this whole list, is a Ruger Security 380. It's the light rack version. These pistols really became popular right after the Smith & Wesson EZ series came along. The EZ series got a lot of people's attention because if you look how easy it is to manipulate that slide, there's a lot of people in stressful situations that couldn't manipulate slides, or if you have hand strength issues for any reason, whether it's age, arthritis, whatever, and stress and stressful environments play a huge factor in that. This is a pistol that you can always and easily manipulate, which at the end of the day, if you can't manipulate your pistol, it does you no good and you got a paperweight. So I really think that's why this pistol caught on. But along with that, it's got a super good price tag. I think it's under $350 now. Don't quote me on that, but it's got everything you can need for a concealed carry pistol in a budget form. Gives you a good full purchase on the pistol. The trigger's pretty good. Reliability has been absolutely amazing out of this pistol. I've shot a lot of rounds through this gun with zero issues. So it's just overall a good, entry-level gun, and people coming into the gun shop that aren't going to want to spend $1,000 on an AXG Legion or $500 on a Glock. It's an easier selling point, and with that budget category gun, it does not lack dependability at all. So those are the 5 guns that we got here. We just wanted to do this video to take out our opinion of it. Granted, I gave you my opinion a little bit on some of these guns, but in our opinion, there's just way too many guns out there or in videos of guys telling you what they like. So if I like a Glock, they're going to tell you, oh, you need to buy this Glock, or this Glock, compared to what somebody will tell you something else. Doing it this way, we pull up statistics. We sell thousands and thousands of holsters a week. And so we went from January 1st until today, which is June 4th, to get this list. This is the 5 most popular. So it just gives you a bigger picture of what everybody's buying instead of me or Joe Blow or Kyle or anybody's opinion along the way. So I hope you like this video. We're going to try to do more of these just based on statistics of what we got. We're lucky to get statistics and the stuff we get with the amount of people doing optics, which guns are carrying, what they're doing. So we're going to bring more type of videos like that to you that just give you a broader form of what the gun community in general is doing. So as always, I appreciate you guys joining me. If you have any questions, shoot us an email to support@muddyrivertactical.com or leave it in the comment section below. We're always here to help. Even if it's not holster questions, we're answer questions about these guns. We do these gun reviews and stuff to help you guys, not to benefit us. We have the gun, so we want to bring you whatever knowledge we can along the way to make your journey easier. So until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.